In previous tutorials, we'd learned how to make different types of bracelets. And here in this tutorial, we are going to make a very beautiful one to be a match item with this infinity ring. So let's go and make that very easy but beautiful bracelet. Pick up one of your previous bracelets or just wrap a strand all around your wrist and unwrap it, and that would be the same, the length that you desire. The tools that we need: a wire of 18 and 20 gauge, round nose pliers that I'm going to use and pick up this one that is a little bigger, of course, chain nose pliers, and flush cutter. Okay, to start, pick up 18 gauge wire and the round nose pliers. You could even choose the smaller one so that the bracelet would be more delicate, but I'm using this type. So I wrap the wire all around and make a loop, just very slowly, and then make a reverse bend. Again, put round nose pliers in and wrap the wire on another nose, and that would be something like infinity symbol, just like this. And now I'm going to cut it out at the very end of the second loop that we've just made. So open it up a little and cut it out with flush cutter. Then we need to close it just like when you close a jump ring. So with a chain nose pliers and round nose pliers, or both chain nose pliers, make it all flatten and also to be tight well. So I check it out, especially on open parts, and squeeze it a little to be all firm. That would be one of our motifs, and I'm going to make a jump ring for connecting two motifs together. So I simply wrap it all around round nose pliers and cut it out with flush cutter. One of the most important tips in making jump rings as a connector in wire jewelry making is that you have both ending and starting point all flattened. So you could see that we have a little space in between, so I'm going to cut the side that is not flat with flush cutter, and the flat side of the flush cutter is just in front of me, and the side that I'm going to make it all flatten. And now we have a space in between, and I'm going to fill the gap with chain nose pliers. Very slowly start to squeeze it and push it so that the start and ending point meet each other. Now we have our previous bracelet that we are going to make these motifs till we get to the length. So here I've made those ones, and I'm going to connect them into each other, and I'm going to open the infinity ring. So I open it up like a jump ring with chain nose pliers, insert the jump ring in, and then close it. If you notice any open spaces, don't hesitate to squeeze it, press it down, and fill the gap in between. And here I have one jump ring, one infinity ring. And I'm going to repeat it again for another infinity ring. I open it up, insert the jump ring in and then close it. You could do the same with opening a jump ring at first, as you desire. But don't forget to check it out in all directions, and there won't be any open spaces or sharp edges. Now I have connected all parts together till they fit the size of my wrist, and I open up a space of about 1/2 centimeters for the clasp. And here is the step I'm going to make that clasp, the one that I prefer always to make, the one with 18 gauge, and that starts with a small loop, and this is just like a Q or P letter. I pick it with round nose pliers, have a reverse bend, and you get into something like a question mark. And here, in about 1/2 centimeter in front of the first little loop, I cut it out with a flush cutter. Pick up round nose pliers and make a very little half circle here. You don't need to close the loop, just a half loop or half circle is okay, and then squeeze it with chain nose pliers like this. And in this way you close the clasp, and check it out, there wouldn't be any sharp edges and all parts would be in one surface. And I'm going to connect it to the chainmails. So I open up the last jump ring, insert the clasp in, and close it again. After making those chainmails and also the clasp, it's ready to be tested out, and that would be something like this. I'm going to make another part to this wire bracelet that is going to make it very unique and beautiful, and that is the swirl part. Just pick up your round nose pliers and 20 gauge wire and make a very little loop at the start, and then continue wrapping it for the second row. And here I need to do that with chain nose pliers for the second row. So I keep it tight with chain nose pliers and bend it with both my hands. And I continue that for the other rows too. And you could continue that as you desire. I have something like this, and then cut it out and about 1/2 centimeters again with flush cutter, and make the end a little loop with round nose pliers at the reverse side. And this is our very cute dangling part that is going to be attached to our chainmail bracelet. So I need to open the last infinity ring before the last jump ring at the other side, as we had added the clasp on one side. Then insert that swirl part and close that infinity ring back, and that would be a very beautiful wire bracelet that could be a matching item with a lot of your wire pieces, especially your wire rings. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Leave your comments. Take care and bye-bye.